What's going on, YouTube? We're back here today with another mock draft. Today we have the 5th pick in another 12-team full PPR league. Before we get into it, if you guys are enjoying the content, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if it's helping you with your fantasy football league. So getting right into it, McCaffrey went first, Taylor second, Eckler third, and Najee Harris fourth. He usually doesn't go this high. But in this pick, I want to actually grab who I think is probably the best 5th overall, because Kupp might go 4th. Dalvin Cook is who I think could also go here, but I like Derrick Henry more, so I'm going to grab Derrick Henry. There goes Saquon in the first round. That's pretty high for him. Cooper Kupp goes, Cook, Jones, Mixon, Jefferson, Chase, Devontae Adams, Kamara, DeAndre Swift, Travis Kelce, Fournette, Diggs, and Javonte Williams. So I now have the option. There's not many running backs left. All of them seem to have gone, but I do see Nick Chubb here. CeeDee Lamb's also another good option, but I want to double up on running back, so I'm going to grab Nick Chubb right now. He definitely won't be around in the swing back. And there goes Elliott, who I kind of wanted in the 3rd round, but it's okay. CeeDee Lamb, Josh Allen, Mark Andrews, Mike Evans, Debo, Keenan Allen, Tyreek Hill. This is where I feel comfortable grabbing a wide receiver. I do like Michael Pittman a lot. I think he might end up being top 5 wide receiver. Likely definitely be top 10, but I can see him having a crazy year with Matt Ryan. Kyle Pitts is not a bad option here. I do think he's going to kill it in Atlanta, even with Mariota as the quarterback. But I'm going to go ahead and grab Michael Pittman. He's the guy I really like here. I can also grab like Darren Waller a little bit later on, so I'm fine passing up on Kyle Pitts. There goes T. Higgins, A.J. Brown, DJ Moore, Connor, Mahomes, Waddle, Montgomery, Akers, Herbert. Travis Etienne is someone that I would have liked to grab with the 4th pick. Unfortunately, he went ahead. A-Rob, Kittle, Mike Williams. So as I said earlier, I do have the option of grabbing Darren Waller. He might make it around. So I'm going to take that time to kind of see who else we have. We have Deontay Johnson, who I think is going to be pretty good. Terry McLaurin is always solid. And now they have Carson Wentz, who's not the greatest of quarterbacks, but pretty serviceable. Terry McLaurin's been killing with bad quarterbacks his entire career. We could also grab the Jets rookie and Breece Hall, lock up 3 running backs. I do think he's going to have a pretty good season. Him and their wide receiver Moore. I think they're both going to be pretty solid. I'm actually thinking I'm going to hope Darren Waller falls on the swing back, and I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to lock in Deontay Johnson here with Pittsburgh. Always. Oh, there we go. All right, so Sutton made it through. Terry, Metcalf, Edmonds, Godwin, Gibson, Breece Hall goes, J.K. Dobbins. I'm not a big fan of Dobbins this year. I'm not sure how much run he's going to get with the Ravens. I do think he's going to do good. I just don't know. I just think there are better options than him at this current point in the draft. So I'm going to grab Darren Waller here, lock up the tight end, have a top 5 tight end, playing next to Devontae Adams. He's going to have a crazy year. Devontae's going to draw in so many double teams. So Darren Waller, I think, is going to have a lot of red zone targets especially. But Devontae Adams also gets a lot. But moving on, Gabriel Davis, Josh Jacob, also really big on Gabriel Davis. If Darren Waller went, I probably would have tried to grab Gabriel Davis. St. Brown, Cooks, Cooper, Judy, Elijah Mitchell, Lamar, Marquise, Dalton, Michael Thomas, Elijah Moore, the Jets wide receiver who I think is going to do pretty good, Burrow and Hurts. Let's see, how many quarterbacks went off the board? Wow. We still have Kyle Murray, Russell Wilson, who I think could be a pretty serviceable quarterback. Honestly, any of these guys in the tier 2 are pretty serviceable. So I'm not that worried about quarterback. I can pass up on it. Let's see who's available. A.J. Dillon, Darnell Mooney, Rashard Bateman, who's kind of falling. He's the Ravens' #1 wide receiver, so he is not a bad option next to Mark Andrews. He might be a little undervalued, to be honest. Moving on, I see Juju here, he's kind of drawing my attention. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is another option. Upset. I don't really know what's going with the Kansas City running backs. I think they're going to go by committee, so he might not be the greatest of options. A.J. Dillon backing up Aaron Jones. I don't really want to grab a running back 2 right now. I kind of want to fill in the rest of my starters. And I like Adam Thielen. Juju Smith, I think, is another good choice. I think you could also go ahead and grab Mooney. A.J. Dillon's not bad, but I like Adam Thielen. I think he's poised for a pretty big bounce back year. He didn't have the greatest of years last year, but he wasn't bad. And now with Justin Jefferson getting all the spotlight, I think Adam Thielen might have a pretty under the radar great season. So there goes Kyler, T.J. Hopkins, Juju, Brady, Tyler Lockett, Russell Wilson, Darnell Mooney. Now all the quarterbacks I think went, right? Leaving us with Dak and Trey Lance, who we could kind of grab later on. So let's see who we have available. We saw the same people. Oh, no, never mind. Rashad Bateman is here right now, so I think I may grab him. But I also do want to get some more running backs. With the running back position, it's so top heavy, and then afterwards it's just all basically handcuffs. But I'm going to grab Bateman here. I do think he may have a pretty good year. I'm kind of iffy on it, but I think he has to. I mean, Lamar has to throw to somebody, so. The other thing is A.J. Dillon's such a top-tier handcuff. It's kind of hard to pass up on him right now. But I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to grab Bateman. And let's see. There goes A.J. Dillon right after. Clyde, Trey Lance, Matthew Stafford. So now I'm kind of out of quarterbacks. Did these guys grab 2? No. So who's our best quarterback? Oh, we still have Dak. So I'll probably grab Dak in a bit. So there goes... Wait, does everybody have a quarterback? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, everybody has a quarterback, so they might not grab a quarterback right now. So A.J. Dillon, Trey Lance, Stafford, Renfro, Devontae Smith, Brandon Ayuk, who could also have a pretty good season. Damian Harris, Drake London, Robert Woods, Cordell Patterson, Tony Pollard, Miles Sanders, Christian Kirk. Now this is where I feel comfortable starting to grab these running backs that are kind of handcuffs. Oh, and I also forgot Aaron Rodgers here for quarterback. So we have an option between Dak and Aaron Rodgers. So right now, the best running back handcuff in my opinion is Tony Pollard. His pass catching. Dallas has been saying that they expect him to get a lot of receiving work this year too. But I also see Allen Lazard here, who kind of just caught my eye. As the number 1 wide receiver in Aaron Rodgers' system, I expect Allen Lazard to do good. But I do have a good amount of wide receivers. I have 4 wide receivers. So I think, let me stock up on some running backs. Kareem Hunt. If you're drafting Kareem Hunt, you're basically hoping he gets traded. He most likely won't, but that's what you're hoping for. So, you know what? Let's go with Kareem Hunt. Because if he does get traded to a position where he's a starting running back, he's going to kill. There goes Allen Lazard, Stevenson, Claypool, Dameon Pierce, Kadarius Toney, who I also think is going to have a crazy good year. He's super fast, gets a lot of yards after the catch. Rashad Penny, Devin Singletary, Chris Olave. The thing with Rashad Penny is, if I grab Rashad Penny, I also want to grab... Did he go? I also want to grab Ken Walker. I think he went, or am I just missing? Oh, Ken Walker right here. They're kind of splitting the work, and Rashad Penny's kind of been around the league for a while. We know what he can do, what he has done. It's pretty good, serviceable, but I feel like they might try to give Ken Walker some run, especially because Seattle probably doesn't expect to compete. Another good handcuff, in my opinion, is Hines. If anything happens to Taylor, Hines is gonna pop off. So, not a big fan of Darrell Henderson or Cam Akers this year. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna grab. Where'd he go? Ken Walker right here. Just because Seattle is so heavy on the run, so I expect them to run it a lot. Even if they split it between Penny and Ken Walker, all it's gonna take is Ken Walker to pop off 1 or 2 weeks in a row, and he's gonna start getting more carries. Rondell Moore, Cook, Pickens, Julio Jones. We have our first defense with Buffalo going. Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks, Russell Gage, Scantling, Boyd, Melvin Gordon, Darrell Henderson, Michael Carter, Jahan Dotson. Now, like I said, I see Hines here. I want to grab him. I do think he's probably one of the upper class of handcuffs. Let's see who else is available. Alexander Madison's another one. I think J.D. McKissick as well. James Robinson could also do well if in case Travis Etienne doesn't work out or just gets hurt again. So I'm going to grab Hines here, and I think the next swing around, I'm going to grab my quarterback. There goes Sky Moore, Jacoby Myers, DJ Shark, J.D. McKissick, Devontae Parker, Gallup, James Robinson, and Dallas Goedert. I'm going to go ahead and grab Dak here. I expect CeeDee Lamb to have a big year. Dak can run the ball, which is also a plus. So I'm going to go grab Dak. He was like a top 5 quarterback, a year or two ago. So there goes Nico Collins, Rams, Joshua Parker, Kenny Galladay, Madison, Jarvis, Ertz, Brian Robinson, Gesicki, Miko, Khalil Herbert, Kirk Cousins. So now we're getting into the people drafting 2 quarterbacks, Christian Watson and Cole. Now, I kind of want to grab my defense here. I'm a proponent of grabbing the defense a little bit earlier than usual. I know people wait till like the last 3 rounds to grab their defense and kicker. I'm going to go ahead and grab... I've been high on the Saints defense, the Cowboys defense, but having Dak, I don't really want to grab their defense as well. Tampa Bay defense, Todd Bowles taking over as the head coach. He's defensive coordinator from last year, so they're probably going to do good. 49ers, always been a pretty decent defense. I'm not sure how their offense is going to be this year, though, with Trey Lance. I do expect them to be pretty decent. Colts, again, also another good defense. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab Tampa Bay here. It's hard to pass up on a head coach that was defensive coordinator last year. So Kenneth Gainwell, Dawson Knox, Freiermuth, Mostert, Aaron Rodgers goes, Marlon Mack, and oh no, I thought he was still on Indiana, never mind. Derek Carr, Rashad White. Now, going back, I'm expecting kickers to go at the end of this round, which would probably be okay. I'll grab a kicker on the swing back around. Moving on, let me see how many running backs. I have 5 running backs, 4 wide receivers. I could grab another wide receiver, but there's really not many options right here. This pool of the wide receiver area gets pretty dry. What I've been noticing is I can always get my kicker right here, and then I can grab a wide receiver I like right here. So like Robbie Anderson will be there, Marvin Jones will be there, Paris Campbell, Jameson Crowder, Curtis Samuel, Bell, like all these guys will still be available in that last pick. So I like to go ahead and just grab another handcuff that I think would be pretty good here. Of the ones I'm seeing, Jamal Williams is pretty good. Let me just look at the cheat sheet. Jamal Williams is pretty good. Algier could be pretty good. Mark Ingram is probably who I like right here the most. I actually expect Mark Ingram to jump up in a lot of people's drafts. For the sole purpose is Kamara might get suspended. If he does get suspended, probably going to be, I don't know, 4 or 6 games. And that's 4 or 6 games of Mark Ingram being the starter. So I like Mark Ingram here. I like him overall. I actually think he's going to go way higher than this. Next goes Jamal Williams, Isaiah Spiller, Pacheco, Fields, Algier, Darrell Williams, Gus Edwards. Cowboys defense. Kickers, like I said, would start right around here. Justin Tucker, Hunter Henry, 49ers, Packers, Tua, and Saints D. I'm going to grab my kicker as well. Honestly, it's pretty hard to go wrong with any of these guys in the top 2 tiers. I always feel like there's one random kicker every year and one random defense every year that just goes off. I'm going to go ahead and grab, let's see, I don't want a kicker that I have a good amount. So I don't want to grab, I definitely don't want to grab Las Vegas kicker. Not Tennessee, Cleveland's good, Indiana, Colts, no. I want to grab someone a little new. You know what? Let's go Butker. I do think what's his name? Bass, Carlson, McPherson, Koo, Butker, Tucker. Matt Gay, Suck Up. It's really hard to choose between the kickers. They're all pretty good. They're all pretty solid. I believe in Justin Tucker the most, obviously. McPherson as well. Carlson as well. And Tyler Bass. Those are probably my top 4. Next up, I'd go Butker, Matt Gay, Koo, and Suck Up. But moving on, Colts goes, Broncos, Koo, Patriots, Bass, Dolphins, Carlson, McPherson. And like I said earlier, this gives us that chance to go grab that wide receiver we want. I like Robbie Anderson. I like Marvin Jones. I like Van Jefferson. I like Jameson Williams, Tolbert. There's so many options here. Let's go ahead and grab. Let's grab Robbie Anderson. He's a pretty good deep threat. We got a B+ in this draft. After went just a bunch of kickers and some defenses. Got a B+ on this draft. Dak Prescott, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Pittman, Deontay Johnson, Darren Waller, Adam Thielen, Tampa Bay D, Butker, Rashad Bateman, Kareem Hunt, Kent Walker, Naheem Hines, Mark Ingram, and Robbie Anderson. Overall, I actually think we did pretty good. I like this team. Derrick Henry's just a monster. Nick Chubb's also usually goes early second round, maybe sometimes in the first round. But usually goes in the early second round, so I really like him. Michael Pittman, really high on him this year. I expect a crazy year for him. Deontay Johnson, another good deep threat. I could have went Travis Etienne here, but other than Etienne, I'm pretty confident with the rest. St. Brown could also have a good year, but I like Deontay Johnson over the rest. We did get Darren Waller here. Oh no, these guys went before. I couldn't grab Etienne, sorry. I could have grabbed like Terry McLaurin, DK Metcalf over here, or Breece Hall, but I like Deontay Johnson a little bit over a couple of them. Darren Waller, really like. I think he's going to have a great year as well. The only other option I see afterwards that I would have wanted to grab is Gabriel Davis or St. Brown. Maybe Elijah Mitchell. Michael Thomas, not a bad one. But then again, we pull back around, grab Adam Thielen, who I also think is going to have a pretty decent comeback year. I feel like he's very undervalued. Same thing with Rashad Bateman. Kareem Hunt, if he gets traded, is going to be in a great scenario. So overall, I kind of like this team. Wouldn't mind going into my fantasy season with this team. But yeah, that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, especially if it helped you in your fantasy draft. And I'll see you next time.